How's it going, everybody? I'm Slavenatorski, and welcome to the channel. Now, first off, I want to say thank you for everyone that stopped by. We already know why you're here, because you're here to take a look at a new Mythic Legions figure of mine here. And let me get that focus in. I want to thank you for stopping by. Comment away, as usual, on these things. Like it if you enjoyed the content, and subscribe if you want to see more. Alright, so, while you're here today, let's jump straight into it. We have Bolthor, my first half-giant or ogre-sized figure from Mythic Legions. Now, full disclosure, I picked this up from somebody on the Cabal. The Cabal, if you don't know, is a Facebook group. It's for all the people that are Mythic Legions enthusiasts, stuff like that. Really good people in there. It's one of the best Facebook groups I've ever been in. There's no toxicity. And I highly encourage, if you're interested in these kind of things and want to learn more, join the Cabal, and you'll actually be able to talk to a lot more people, get more information, and like in this case, buy, sell, and trade. I actually bought this off somebody using PayPal. He mailed it to me, and yeah, it was a very smooth transaction, so it's awesome. A lot of that goes on in there, so check it out if you haven't already. So, this is Bolthor, the Tower. It's everything that he comes with. His picture here, and you see his little description on the side. And of course, I realize I'm out of focus for that, so let me bring that in. There we go, much better. So, now this figure, it's going to be a little more expensive because it's so large, but it does come, well, it doesn't come with too many accessories. I'm trying not to destroy the box, give me 1 second here. But it does come with a ginormous figure. Come on. There we go. I'm very gentle with these boxes because I'm very bad about breaking them. And I'm trying to not make that whole plastic sound. So, take them out. You'll see there's some nice artwork and stuff still inside the box. Could potentially use that as a backdrop if you wanted to. We have Bolthor. We'll put him off to the side. More plastic. And then you have all the goodies. So first off, as usual, on these, let me take this out of the box. You want to make sure you heat these up before you move them, especially in cold weather, because you don't want to break them. I've seen on the ogre figures, or the big ones like this, people break the legs from comments and pictures and stuff. So make sure you don't do that. So, here's Bolthor himself. And the accessories you get aren't very much, but they are pretty cool. So what this is, it's actually a really cool hammer, you see, or I'm sorry, axe. You can change the length of it. Very detailed on the handle. I like the different coloring. Kind of the weathered look on it. And it does have a little spike on the end here. So you can make a really short axe. So here's the actual axe head. You can see the chips taken out of it. The detail on the inside here, the coloring, all the battle damage. Really, really cool. So you can basically just plug it in like that, and now you have a one-handed hatchet for him. Or, if you want to be really cool, we'll give him a Dane axe. So he can go that long. This one is mainly just for if you want to make it short or put an end on here. So you can't go super, super long. But if you want to give him a Dane axe, I already forgot where the little divider was on there. There it is. So if you want to give him a Dane axe, you'd pull one of these off, and you would plug the other one in, wherever that went. Is that little pin there? There we go. So this little pin on the end here comes off, actually. So you have this one, you see it's kind of a double connector. So what should actually happen, if you want to get this thing to get really long, or you can make it super short, a little tiny hatchet, because you'll notice you have only a certain amount of connectors on here. And I'm double checking all of it to make sure there aren't any connectors I'm missing. But let's say you wanted to make it this long. Well, you have a male and a male in and a male here, so that's not going to work. So best bet is to go ahead and put it on like that and give him a nice tall axe. So now he's got a really good Dane axe. Let me change the focus here. 1 second, there we go. I'm going to change it again because I'm going to get him up close now, alright? So, this is Bolthor. There we go. So let's take a really good look at the head sculpt. Really, really cool. Bunch of detail in the muscle and the detail in the arms and the skin and everything. And he does come with some soft goods, so you get his regular belt with the bones, everything like that, and what looks like some furs that go on underneath. So really, really cool. It's hard to control those. Then you come down to the boots, or the greaves. Some really cool spikes on the back here. You do have pegs in the bottom. But overall, a lot of detail. This guy is an awesome looking barbarian type figure. So really do like him. Now, as usual with figures like this, you want to heat them up first. So something as simple as a hair dryer that you purchased off Amazon for $11 will be more than enough for this. So this is really not loud and obnoxious. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the camera, heat him up with this. You only need about 15-20 seconds, I'd say, maybe 25 seconds because he's such a large figure, to heat him up. Work the joints, pose them how you want, and let them cool off then. So we'll be right back after we do that. Alright, he's all heated up and ready to go and posed a bit. So let's go over the articulation for this figure because it's really cool considering this thing is so large. But on the head, you can go back and forward about that much. You can go side to side a little bit, like that. The head can turn all the way around, so you can go full exorcist if you want. And the horns are kind of squishy, so you don't have to worry about that too much. Do they come out? Looks like they might be stuck in there. I don't know if they come out or not. I don't want to risk it because it feels like I'm going to break it if I do. And I'd rather err on the side of caution because this fella is not exactly cheap. Alright, so as far as the arms go, they'll come up to about shoulder level. So he's not going to be reaching too much over his head. Like that. The biceps, well, let's look at the rotation on the arms too. They go all the way around, so that's pretty cool. The actual arm itself will twist all the way around at the elbow. The elbow, you'll go all the way up to the bicep, which obviously that's going to cut it off. And then you cut back down to go completely straight and be in line with his elbow here. There we go. So you get, that's completely straight. The hand rotates all the way around. Pretty cool. And you'll notice there's a little bit of a joint here. So you can actually make him come out that much or go in that much with his hand. So of course the other arm's going to be the same way. His torso, you get a full rock and roll, so you can go forward that much on the torso. You see he pops up a little bit here, so you can kind of see the hole slightly. And backwards he comes out to here. So that gives you an idea forward and backwards how that goes. As far as the legs are concerned, they come out almost all the way to the side. Be gentle on the legs. You don't want to beat it up. You can actually see the joints here. So they're on ball joints. Yeah, there's nothing in there. They don't model that part, so you don't have to worry about it. But you see how those ball joints kind of work. As far as forward and back, his front leg will come up not too far. Front leg comes up about that far. Back leg doesn't go too far back because it's such a large figure. See, it kind of catches on his butt right there. So that's not going to go too far back. They actually did model his butt, which is kind of funny. But as far as the legs go, you don't get too much bending, but they'll come back to about here with the legs, and then they come forward to here because the armor obviously stops it. With the feet, you get some slight wiggle side to side, and they go back and forth ever so slightly. So the articulation isn't crazy, but you get enough that you can put him in some poses. So let's say like his axe here. If you want him to hold his axe, you would just put that into his hand, like so. Let me get it on the thinner part. There we go. I always try to be gentle. I don't want to break that thumb, even though it is kind of squishy. And be careful, the fur does start to fall out. As you can see, it's little tufts of it are coming out, so I'm trying not to mess with them too much because I don't like that that's happening. But there you go. Very posable. He stands very, very well on his own. Like, you don't even need that to be touching the ground. Like, he kind of, the weight of him, how big his feet are, he pretty much will stand on his own with almost no issues. But all in all, this is an awesome figure. Well worth it. I think if you're like me and you have hands and you're a little clunkier on these things and you're kind of rough on them, I think this one's one of the better ones you can get. Mainly because there's less chance of you breaking it, just because it could take more stress and more beating. But very, very cool figure. Absolutely love it. Look at that face. Great face sculpt there. You can even see a scar on his chin. Another scar on his eye right here. The mask does not come off. It's all one piece. You can of course switch out the heads on these. You can pop out the arms. You can pop out the legs. These are all made to be modular, so you can change all the pieces out with any other ogre-sized figure and actually put new ones on here. So the head should, yeah, the head pops off very, very easily. As you can see, I have now decapitated him. Very easy. You see it's got all the goodies there. And then pops right back in with a nice popping sound. And he is back good to go. So let's go ahead and put him next to a regular sized Mythic Legions figure. So this is Malleus. You see how big he is compared to him. And let's put him next to one more figure. This is the Cool Model Werewolf. So you see how big he is compared to that. Let me stand the werewolf up completely. He doesn't stand well on his own, but just to kind of give you an idea, that's him next to the werewolf. So as you can see, the ogre figures are quite large, and I do like them for that. They're huge, they're very intimidating, they look great, they're a little bit more durable, I think. So of course, take it easy on the joints. That doesn't mean beat the crap out of it, but they are a little bit more durable than, say, like a skeleton would be, or even the werewolf here, where I did accidentally pop his hip out. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I think this is a really cool figure. I like him. I like the look of him. We'll give you one more look up close, just to really cinch it in how good looking this figure is. I really do like it. And I think it'll look well with anyone's collection. So if you can get your hand on the ogre-sized figures, yeah, you have an idea just how big they are and how good they actually look. But that's really it. I just wanted to do a quick overview of them, take a look at them, show them to you to see if you wanted to get them. Maybe you're eyeballing one of these guys on eBay, and this might help you with your decision. But I want to thank everyone that stopped by to watch the video. I hope you did like it. I hope it was helpful for you. Don't forget to toss your comments and thoughts down in the comment section, because I do want to talk to you about this. Maybe you found some really cool head sculpts. If you want to share ideas for those, share them in the comments, because I probably want to buy them too. People love talking about these. And I hope everyone out there stays safe. Keep your family safe. Don't give up on your goals. Keep pushing forward. Don't ever stop. Consistency is the way to get through in life. You stay consistent, even if you're not the most successful or the most driven. You stay consistent, you will always succeed. So it's hard for me too. I know I say it, and I need to practice what I preach. So, you know, that's the hardest part. Consistency is also difficult. So just keep going, and we'll all get there in the end. But that's about it. Remember, keep active, stay strong. I'll talk to you guys again in the next video. I hope you did like it. This thing is really, really cool. Check them out if you get a chance to pick them up. There's deals out there to be had. Just keep looking. And again, join the Cabal on Facebook. They're very friendly people, very nice, and very much worth talking to. And you get some little secrets that way too. But take it easy, guys. I hope you did like it. Like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. And I'll talk to you in the comment section. But I'll see you in the next video. Later, guys. If you're interested in learning more about the channel, feel free to follow me on my Instagram and Facebook social medias. Here you can find more about what's going on in my personal life, as well as behind the scenes for the channel. If you are interested in the gaming content, I do stream to Twitch before I upload any of the gaming content to YouTube. And if you wanted to follow me on Twitter, any contests I enter, I put friends links in there so we can both get some bonus entries.